Calendly. If you are not using Calendly, then you are probably missing out if you have to do any scheduling with either clients or teammates or just anything business when it comes to scheduling. Calendly is amazing, amazing. And I will tell you, it's simple to use. It's got a lot of power to it, a lot of things you can do. And I'm going to take you through a short introduction. We're going to go through a lot of things. Maybe not every single thing that you can do with Calendly, but I want to get you initiated and indoctrinated to it so that you can see the power that it has and so forth. So you can start by signing up with Google. And if you look at the pricing on it, it's free, right? So unlimited one-on-one meetings, event types. I mean, you can do all kinds of things. For the $10 a month, you get unlimited events types, Stripe and PayPal integration, so you can charge for your meetings and your calendar appointments and so forth. You can schedule it, connect with Zapier, customize the Calendly, all kinds of different things. So I went with the $10 because I wanted to integrate and have some of my appointments and schedules and coaching and so forth charge for, but I really could go back to the free because I'm doing everything through Kajabi now, so I can charge through there and not have to do that. But there are some things I want to show you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and log in to my account here, just so you can see. So when you log in initially, it's going to come up to most likely a blank screen. You can see I've got a number of different sessions here, event types. Okay. So over on the left hand side here, you'll see obviously the create button. The event types is kind of like your dashboard. These are all the different event types. Meetings, if you have any upcoming meetings that are scheduled, I've got things kind of locked down right now because I'm doing a launch and some other things. Availability, this is really, really important because here's where you can set up exactly what your hours are going to be. So I've set up my hours throughout the week, and you can look at a calendar view, you can look at a list view, you can choose. This is based on my time zone. I'm in North Idaho, which is on Pacific time, and it tells me how many event types that this is attached to. The other cool thing is that you can come over here on this right side and you can add a specific date for a specific hours for a specific date. So let's say that you've got a client that can't make it in this span that you have on your availability, and you want to put one out there that's just specific for that day. So I can come over here and say I'm going to add this to say that Friday on the 27th, and I'm going to extend it to 6:30. Okay, so now it only applies to this day. Okay, which is the 27th, which is 2 days from now, and it doesn't apply to anything else, and it's only temporary. It's only for that date. So that date and this time span, next Friday, it'll be back to here. Okay, and I'm gonna get rid of that at this point in time. So it makes it really, really flexible on your schedule and how you can schedule things and your calendar and so forth. Okay, then you've got contacts, and this is going to be all your contacts. These workflows are really, really cool. Okay, so you can create these workflows, and this particular workflow is, and let's see if I can edit this. Okay, this is a really cool one because what this does is when this happens, 1 hour before the event starts, and then I wanted to do this particular thing, send a text to the invitee. Okay, so when I do this, I want a reconfirmation. Just wash my lips, can't do a thing with them. And you've got a couple of different templates: booking confirmation, cancellation, follow up, reconfirmation, or a reminder. I wanted them to reconfirm it. Okay, so what is really cool about that is when they click on this link here that's built into Calendly and they confirm it, it shows up on their schedule as confirmed. and then I can confirm it, make sure they're ready to go and they're ready to be there. Okay. Now, not everybody does that. Not everybody gets the text or whatever, but it makes it really, really, really cool. Okay. Because it gives me, if I had a meeting right now, and let's say I can go to past meetings here. Um, so this particular meeting here, you can see where with Dustin, the invitee was confirmed. Okay. So these workflows, and I've got them attached to every meeting that I have because I want a confirmation. Now, integrations and apps. This is again another really really cool thing. You can do Calendly for Chrome, Calendly for Edge, Exchange Calendar, da da da. So what I've got it connected to is Google Calendar. Okay, and I just sat down here. I gave it. This is the email that's attached to my calendar. Okay, and then I wanted to check for conflicts on my family calendar, my Calendly appointments calendar, and my business calendar. So if there's when they go to book, it looks at those three calendars in my Google Calendar and sees if there's a conflict. Okay, and if there's not a conflict and someone books it, it's going to add it to the Calendly appointments. Okay, so I'm checking to make sure there's nobody that's already booked during that time, and that's where I'm going to add it. Okay, so that makes it really, really, very, very cool because then I can look at my Google Calendar and see exactly what's out there. And I can also modify my, let's say an appointment comes up, a doctor's appointment, something that's outside of business. And I could just go into my Google Calendar, put that in there under the business category. And the next time someone tries to book, they can't book during that time frame. Okay. So let's go back to home here. Routing, I don't really use routing. Gather information from website visitors and direct them to a specific booking page based on their response. I'm going to be looking into that because I loved that that's an option that you can do. And I don't know if that's a paid option or a free option, but it looks like something that I really could integrate into my business. So let's go back to event types. And let's just grab this particular one right here. Okay. My school booking bonus. So I'm going to go into edit this. And you can see for the month of September, there's open dates. I don't ever have appointments on Sundays. That's family time. But I've got time open on all these ones that have blue. Okay. So the event details. This is what it's called. You can give it a color so it's got a color behind it on the dashboard page. How many minutes? So you just click here, decide how many minutes, or you can do a custom. What the location is, in this case, is I'm using Zoom. Okay. And you can see here, it could be a phone call in person, ask the invitee what they want to do, a custom one if you've got like a code that you can put in there for a different one than maybe Zoom or Google Meet or WebEx or whatever. So I'm using Zoom, which makes it very, very easy. Okay. And then um, I've got a little description there. Okay. And then I save and close it. And now it takes me to host and invitees. I'm the host, so that's automatic there, unless I have someone else I want to be. Now, the scheduling setups, okay, the invitees can schedule 15 calendar days into the future. I don't want them going too far in the future, right? But they can, okay, and I can make that indefinitely or within a date range, okay. Hours and calendar settings, okay, here, set times that the host can be scheduled for these events, and it's going to use my availability hours. Okay. And that's what I want. Now, event limits. I want a buffer time of 30 minutes after. So, in other words, they can't book. So, if I look at, say, today's bookings, okay, you'll see it's 10:30 and 10:45, 11. It's going to keep a spacing there that will not allow. So if somebody booked 10:15, it would be done at 11:15. So the next one would be at 11:45, which is 30 minutes after this one's over. So there's always going to be a 30-minute space after the one. Now you can do this when you click on this. You can either do before or after, or both. Some people do like 15 minutes before, 15 minutes after. I just keep mine 30 minutes after because then it spaces everything out fine. Okay. Minimum notice, they got to give me at least an hour. That way, if I've got something going on, I've got the time to do it. Set the maximum events allowed for that day. Normally, I set this to 4. I don't know why that wasn't set. And zone displayed, I want them to use theirs. Okay. And then set time increments in 15 minutes. Okay. And again, I can go into here and I can say set it in 30-minute increments or however I want. Okay. And then I save and close. And then I go to booking page options and I give it this is called a slug, and it's going to go at the end of calendly.com/Ron doing my username / whatever this particular event is. Okay. Invitee questions. I want name and email. I don't allow them to invite guests. And then I've given them 3 questions, right? Please provide a brief description. I want their phone number just in case we get cut off. I can call them. And then I want to make sure that they can join on a computer, because if they don't join on a computer, then if I have to, if we want to share a screen, if I want to control their screen and take them through some things and so forth, I can't. And then this one here, I don't have turned on text message phone number. Okay. So I can collect a payment if I want. So if I clicked on collect payment, I could say accept payments with Stripe, accept payments with PayPal. Okay. Now that is an upgrade function that you have to pay the $10 a month to get and so forth. Okay. I can add more questions after booking. Okay. Display the Calendly, or I could redirect to a landing page of my choice. Right. And on some of them I do. Okay. Links on confirmation. If on the confirmation, if I want them to schedule another event, so I can go in and edit this and schedule another event. Make it easy for your invitee to schedule recurring events by adding a link to this booking page. Okay, so if I wanted to do that, I could. I could add a custom link. A lot of detail on what you can do, and the notifications and workflows. Here's where you can set up specific ones for this particular event. Calendar invitation, email reminders, text reminders, email follow-up, and then workflows. I've got this one workflow that I have in there. So these 2 are off: text reminders, email follow-ups, email reminders 12 hours before the event, 30 minutes before the event, and then calendar invitation immediately after booking. So these 2 kick in, these 2 do not, and then the workflow kicks in, right? The one that I showed you, where they get a text message saying to reconfirm. Okay, save and close, and that's it. And now I go done. I'm back at the event types, and I can, if I've got one set up the way I want, I can come in here and I can just clone it to start the next one. That color code is when you choose the color, that's what shows up here in the bar. And that's all there is to it. The power here is incredible. If you're not using it, the free version does everything that you really need it to do. So I encourage you to take advantage of Calendly. Link it to whatever calendar you're using. A lot of people use Google Calendar, link it to that, and that way. And let me show you real quick what I mean by that. So here's my Google Calendar. So because I've got it linked, when Sam booked, it pops up immediately right in here. Now, if I don't, you see, I've got these items here: pick up my granddaughter, school community Q&A, da 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 da. Whenever I want to put something in, let's say today I don't want anybody booking from 11 to 12, I can just drag this in here, say, make it busy, and I want to make it 11 to 12, and then I say save. So now, oops, I'm going to drag this down to 12. So now if anybody goes into Calendly, this is not going to be an option, and in 30 minutes before and after and all that stuff, it's going to take in all that account and say it may cut out 2 appointment times because of that. Okay. So that's as simple and as easy as it is to start setting up. And now if I want the link, I can go here to copy link. Okay. I don't know if I copied it or not. Let's say copied. Okay. And I'm going to open up a new tab. I am going to oops, do a Command V and enter. And here's my calendar. And I can book. Gives me all the information, description, what time it is, da 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 da. And I can go here and say, okay, let's say Friday the 27th, I want to book or let's say Saturday, I want to book a 12 noon, appointment. I say next, 12 noon, my name. That's not, I don't ever use my middle name. My middle name, can you enjoy on computer, test, appointment, send text messages to my phone number, and schedule event. Now, I want to show you what this does. Okay, so there's the schedule, there's the thank you page. And again, if I go up here, you're going to see here it automatically put it here because I've got it integrated, right? Automatically puts it there. And then if I go back, get rid of this, go back in here to Calendly, go to meetings, you'll notice now I have an upcoming meeting. I can click on that upcoming meeting. I can get their answers, test appointment, their phone number, yes, da 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 da. I can reschedule, I can cancel it, schedule the invitee again, all kinds of different things. Okay, so incredibly powerful. And I hope that this gives you an idea of all the things you can do for a free account with Calendly. So God bless you. See you on the next one.